Hello guys, welcome to Aduriva. In today's video, we are going to look about what and why is GATE important, new changes in syllabus and pattern, and what are the career options after GATE. Before that, want to get more details as such? Then click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon beside it so that you don't miss out on the future videos. Now let's get into the video. Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering GATE is basically a national examination on the comprehensive understanding of the candidates in various undergraduate subjects in engineering or technology or architecture and postgraduate level subjects in arts, commerce and science. GATE is one of the highly specialized and reputed examination. It is conducted once a year in the month of February usually. Why GATE is important? The purpose of GATE exam is to test students' knowledge and understanding of their undergraduate level subjects in engineering and science. Every year, lakhs of engineering graduates pass out from universities and engineering colleges. GATE in the present competitive scenario to measure and test the caliber of engineering students is possible through the GATE exam only. There is a misconception among students is that the GATE exam is only for ME or MTech, which finally leads to teaching career only, but it is not correct. One of the reason of large number of applicants in GATE exam is other than graduates and postgraduates, final year students are eligible to apply. This examination is a pathway to higher studies, public sector jobs, and junior research fellowships. A valid GATE score is required by the aspirants who are seeking admission in their premium institutes in India. The GATE score would reflect the relative performance level of the candidate in a particular subject, which is quantified based on several years of examination data. The admissions are sought in master's degree or doctoral degree courses in these institutes. Also, various vacancies are filled in PSUs through GATE score. Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering GATE is a national examination conducted jointly by Indian Institute of Science IISc Bangalore and several Indian Institutes of Technologies IITs at Bombay, Delhi, Guwahati, Kanpur, Kharagpur, Madras and Roorkee on behalf of National Coordination Board NCB GATE, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education MOE, Government of India. GATE examination is a purely computer based test. Well, we will now decode the changes of GATE 2021 and also check the new paper pattern. GATE has reflected some major changes and carried out new four different aspects of the examination. Those four categories are changes in eligibility or qualification, applications, testing pattern, and syllabus. First one, we will look into change in eligibility or qualification. The changes in eligibility and qualification criteria will help students who are still in their third year of college to apply for GATE. There is no age limit for applying for the examination, and they've also lifted the number of attempts, making it possible for suitable candidates to apply as many as they wish to. Another reflective change which will drive more students to apply for the entrance exam is that students with backlog papers can also sit for the examination, and the GATE score will now be valid for the next 3 years from the time the candidate took the test. Next, we'll see the changes in application. Candidates can appear either for one or two papers in GATE 2021. The combinations of the two papers have been divided into primary and secondary papers. The secondary paper is required to be from the given set of combinations provided by the GATE committee. You can see the combinations of the two papers given. Next, we will see the change in exam pattern. The mode of examination is CBT, computer-based test. The total number of questions in the test amount to a total of 65. Out of 65 questions to be asked in the paper, 55 questions will be attributed to technical and engineering mathematics, and 10 questions are reserved for general aptitude. The questions will be divided into three major categories. First is MCQ, multiple choice question. These will be objective in nature. 1 or 2 marks will be allotted to each question. Students will be given 4 probable answers to the questions to choose from, out of which only one will be correct. Candidates will be negatively marked, and a total of 1/3 marks will be deducted for an incorrect answer of 1 mark question, and 2/3 marks will be deducted for a wrong answer of a 2 marker question. Next is MSQ, multiple select questions. Again, these are objective questions in nature. 1 or 2 marks will be allotted to each question, and students will be given a choice of 4 answers to choose from. One or more than one choices can be correct. No negative mark will be given for incorrect answers at the same time. No partial credit will be provided for choosing a partially correct combination of choices. And the third one is the NAT, numerical answer type question. These are 1 or 2 mark questions. NAT requires a candidate to enter a number for the answer. The desired answer should be entered by a virtual number numeric keypad, and the range of answer will be provided as well. Students are required to round off the answers at the end of the calculation. There is no negative marking for any wrong answer, and there is no partial credit as well. Now we'll look into the changes in the syllabus. A number of topics from the GATE 2021 syllabus have been removed and some new ones have been added. The removal of topics are more and hence will result in easing of the burden and pressure on students. With the introduction of 2 new subjects, the total number of subjects for GATE 2021 has increased to 27. Before that, I have kept the link of newly revised syllabus underneath the video in the description. Please check out the link for your new revised syllabus. Next, it is important to note that GATE has introduced 2 new papers, which are Environmental Science and Engineering ES and Humanities and Social Science XH. With the introduction of these 2 papers, Humanities and Commerce students have a chance at enrolling and cracking the GATE examination. This opens up new opportunities for them as they could now venture into research and explore jobs in the same field. A collective view of changes made to GATE 2021 showcases that it will be beneficial to the students preparing for the examination. The easing up of the syllabus and a revised grading pattern will encourage more students to take up the examination. Now we'll see the highlights of GATE 2021. We'll see the dates of examinations present. Availability of admit card on the online portal would be on 8th January 2021, which is that on Friday. Do remember the date for downloading your admit card. And there is a time of 2 sessions here. The morning session would be of 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and the afternoon is around 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And the dates are 5th, 6th, 7th Feb and 12th, 13th and 14th February. Do remember your dates after getting your admit cards. Now the announcements of the result would be around on 22nd March on Monday. They have also mentioned an important note. The health and safety of the candidates are utmost priority. Due to COVID-19 pandemic situations, dates mentioned here are subject to change. So, in rare cases, it may be necessary to postpone the GATE 2021 examination because of the situations beyond the control of GATE committee. All updates will be available on this website. There is a distribution of marks of all papers according to your streams, which are detailed in the detailed marking scheme, which is shown here. Please go through this marking scheme. So the GG, XE, XH and XL has a different pattern of the subjective marks, and for the remaining papers it is all the same. So as we know, the highlights that we have seen already mentioned before, applications will be accepted online only through GATE 2021 website links, that is GOPS. Even if a candidate is appearing for 2 papers, the candidate should fill only 1 application form. And due to COVID-19 related international travel restrictions, examinations at the international centers may be dropped. So if situation is not conducted by the end of November 2020, and mainly this examination is organized by the Institute of Bombay, that is IIT Bombay. And for any details that you want, please go through the official website that I have dropped down in the description box. We will have a glance about the cutoff this year's, that is GATE 2020 subject wise qualifying cutoff that they have given, and the cutoff for 2021 will be released at the time of the on or before the examination dates. So be sure at that time to check out your qualifying cutoff marks. Now we will look into the career options after GATE. A valid GATE score can bring a candidate brilliant opportunities in many fields like academic, job, research, etc. Let's explore these options one by one. Higher education after GATE. One of the reasons why people appear for GATE is to pursue higher studies. A good and a valid score can get an aspirant admission to postgraduate or doctoral program in a reputed engineering institute. If one has a high all India rank, then the student might easily get admitted to an IISc, IIT or NIT. Top engineering institutes usually take in aspirants with rank up to 2400. Other private and government engineering institutions usually accepts ranks up to 2400 or above. Getting admissions in a reputed institution can open up great prospects in terms of jobs and package. Next, the job after GATE, campus placements. Getting admission in top engineering institutes like IIC, IITs, NITs, PEC, DCE, etc. increases the probability of aspirant securing a high paid job in a multinational company. Companies like Google and L&T, Tata, Maruti, Cisco, and several other select engineering candidates holding a master's degree from these reputed institutions. Next, a PSU through GATE. PSUs like Bell, ONGC, WB, SEDCL, HPCL, MDL, IOCL, BPCL, NTPC, DDA, Power Grid, etc. fill vacancies through GATE score. GATE cutoff for PSUs is very high, and therefore one must score extremely well to be considered for these vacancies in PSUs. So PSU through GATE is an excellent idea for aspirants who want to achieve big in life. CSIR Junior Research Fellowship. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, India, a premier national R&D organization, is among the world's largest publicly funded R&D organization. Every year, CSIR takes in many junior researchers through GATE. An interview will be conducted before the final admission, but to be eligible for the interview, the aspirant must possess a valid and a good GATE score. The number of intakes depends upon the number of research projects available. The junior researchers work on live projects and get a monthly stipend too. Private job sectors. Many of the private companies are more focused towards research and development these days. Therefore, they give more preference to students with a postgraduate degree and a valid GATE score. Some private companies also recruit through GATE scores. So, in short, giving GATE exam seriously gives you immense opportunities. Foreign companies and institutes. Many foreign companies these days have extra credit to Indian candidates who have a valid GATE score. Also, many universities abroad demand a valid GATE score from Indian candidates for accepting allocations to specialized postgraduate degree programs. In Singapore, a valid and a good GATE score is great parameter for admission to the prodigious universities. If your percentile is 90 or above, you can get an admission in National University of Singapore in US and Nanyang Technology University NTU Singapore and pursue your master degree in engineering from these universities. So a high GATE score can give an aspirant a significant advantage over his or her competitors when applying in foreign companies and universities. Teaching jobs. To get a job as a teacher or professor or postgraduate degree is compulsory these days. Many people who want a career in teaching sector appear for GATE. They do a postgraduate degree program from a reputed institute. Therefore, an aspirant who wants to start his or her life career as professor should appear in GATE and do a post-graduation or PhD from reputed institute. So we have certain lines after pursuing an MTech through GATE in certain institute. For getting a PhD, we do write CSIR NET exam, UGC NET exam and SET exams. These are the main exams for doing a PhD from a reputed institute. CSIR NET exam is a national level exam conducted by National Testing Agency NTA to select candidates for the award of Junior Research Fellowship JRF and for determining their eligibility for appointment as lecturers in Indian universities and colleges. Candidates clearing CSIR NET exam can become lecturers in the subjects areas falling under the Faculty of Science and Technology only. These are the streams under which CSIR UGC NET people can give their exam. Fellowship amount that each qualification gets. Junior research fellow will get 31,000 for 2 years, and for senior research they'll get rupees 35,000 for next 3 years. Maximum period of 5 years including JRF and SRF if we include together. There are certain scholarship rewards and benefits. You can just go through this to know what are those benefits. And UGC NET exam is for those University Grant Commission's National Eligibility Test, UGC NET, which is conducted in order to select candidates for only assistant professor or both junior research fellowship JRF and assistant professor in India universities and colleges. A stipend for UGC fellowship for PhD students. For junior research fellowship it is rupees 31,000 for 2 years, and for senior research fellowship it is rupees 35,000 for next 3 years. So there is a maximum period of 5 years including JRF and SRF. And there is also a set exam which can be given including these streams for pursuing their PhDs. The set qualified candidates is eligible for the lecturer post only in the universities and colleges belonging to the state they have passed set exam. Those who did not get the eligibility through securing a good GATE score in a GATE can also do their MTech from the state governed universities by giving the exam. For Andhra Pradesh, it is the portal of APSCHE through which they can give APPG set exam, and such university based exams are conducted according to their respective states. So you can just scroll through the state governed universities exam for pursuing your MTech, and pursuing through MTech according to the state governed exams like this set AP, PG, ESET, there won't be any stipend given. There is also an extra option included with the GATE is IES exam for only 4 different branches is included. Those branches are electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering. So the IES exam is an Indian Engineering Services or Engineering Services Examination ESE, comprised of engineers who work under the Government of India and designated as Class 1 officer. They administer a large segment of public sector economy which constitute of Indian Railways, power, telecommunications, central water engineering, defense services of engineers, central engineering services namely. So the nature of the work performed by these bureaucrats largely depends on their engineering branch and the service or cadre they are recruited in. The first position offered is that of Assistant Executive Engineer, and the hierarchy ends at the position of Chairman or Managing Director. ESE exam Group A services post is a combined competitive examination which is conducted by UPSC for recruitment to the Indian Engineering Services. The recruitment of qualified candidates is made under the following categories as shown. For category 1 it is civil engineering. You can see the posts of Group A services or posts. And for category 2 it is mechanical engineering. These are the posts under mechanical engineering. Category 3 is electrical engineering, where these are the respective posts according to electrical engineering. And category 4 is electronical and telecommunication engineering, and they are their respective posts. So this is a great opportunity for these 4 branches where they can also apply parallelly for this exam too. There is also a joint admission test for MSc JAM, the Master of Science and other post-BSc programs at the IITs offer high-quality post-graduate education in respective disciplines. From the academic session 2004 to 2005, Indian Institute of Technology have started conducting a joint admission to MSc, JAM and other post-BSc programs at the IITs. The main objective of JAM is to revive and consolidate science as a career option for bright students from across the country and provide them a single-step opportunity for admission to some of them. Postgraduate programs offered at IITs. In due course, JAM is also expected to become a benchmark for normalizing undergraduate level science education in the country. This is all for the video, guys. I have covered all the topics from every corner of creating a career path after GATE, taking the best career option. You can choose either of one from all of them to make a best career in your life. I think this will help you to make the best choices of knowing what are the paths available. Please go through this video till the end so that you don't miss out any information that you need. Please do support me through your like and also subscribe and share my videos to all of those who want this video to make up their best career through GATE, and please do support me in future for my upcoming videos too. Thank you so much.